Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this Pokemon TCG Pocket video. So in today's Pokemon TCG Pocket video, we are going to talk about Flair Crafting. So Flair right here is a special effect on your card whenever you play them within the battle itself. And you can have different types of Flair for different cards out there. So the rarer cards have the higher and nicer card effects or the nicer Flairs itself. So in today's video, we are going to talk about Flair Crafting and what are the different things you might want to know with regards to Flair itself. So right here I have my professor's research with all the different Flairs available. So for those of you guys who do not know what Flair is, this is basically what Flair looks like. So the base card, and on top of the base card there's some special effect whenever you play it in battle. So we have the Flair Gold, we have the Sparkle effect, we have the Diamond Flare right here, as well as the Star Flare, and also lastly the Twinkle Flare for the professor's research. So these are all my unlocked Flare right here, and for you guys to actually craft your Flairs itself, you need duplicate copies of certain cards and you need the dust itself to craft for the Flairs. So higher rarity cards will cost a lot more dust to craft the Flairs itself. So take for example Charizard EX golden version right here. If I were to craft the Flare over here, as you guys can see, it costs 20,000 dust. But the thing is, the effect is going to be really nice whenever the card is played in battle itself. So I'll say, like, for most of the cards out there, it's for players with the resources to craft the full Flairs itself. This is probably the most expensive part of the game because you need quite a lot of duplicate copies in order to get the different Flairs, and you need a lot of dust, especially for the rarer cards. So take for example this final effect, Big Ring, costs 90,000 dust. This is probably not something that most people will chase after, but I think for most people itself, at the very least, the trainer card or even the commonly used basic card can be flared up to actually increase the aesthetics of the card itself. So in today's video, I'm going to showcase the flare art for my Pokeball right here. So for these trainer cards such as Professor's Research, Pokeball, as well as the Potions or the X Defense itself, all the different trainer item cards, they are pretty accessible from within the shop itself. So you will be able to purchase multiple copies, and you will actually need to buy multiple copies in order to even craft the Flairs itself. So right here, I'm gonna buy some duplicates right here. So since I use Pokeball almost every other day, I think it's fine to just craft the Flairs and then beautify my summoning effect whenever I use the card itself. So let's buy one more because we can craft up to 3 Flairs for each cards. So for the basic low rarity cards, the Flairs will be, I'll say, like a lot less shiny, a lot less flashy, but it's still a special effect for your card nonetheless. So let's just craft the Pokeball side. So go to Obtain Flare right here, click on Obtain Flare. Okay, so the very first one, it's very cheap, 1 additional copy of the card as well as 50 dust. So let's craft it. Okay, this is the animation. Ka-ching! Okay, so that's the flare up. Now, after I unlock this one, you will be able to craft even more effects behind. So for the Pokeball one, I really love this Pokeball Flare right here. So this is my final target. So let's craft the next one, Twinkle Flare Blue. Okay, let's craft it. I think we need 1 more copy of Pokeball. So you need quite a few duplicate copies of the card, and you need a lot of Pokédust, especially like I mentioned for your super duper rare cards, especially like the Golden Crown cards itself. Okay, so the mini triangle flare, let's craft it. I think we need 1 more. Yeah, so we can skip this animation. Okay, and the very last one, yeah, I need 1 more, so I'm just gonna buy it just to beautify my deck because I use Pokeball and Professor's Research almost on a day-to-day basis, so no harm getting them. So just buy 1 more copy of Pokeball, and then we are done. Okay, let's craft it. Go to the flare. By the way, I'm using my iPad to play, so I use my iPad because I think the screen is a lot bigger, a lot more comfortable to actually watch the cut animation and gameplay. So this is the Pokeball Flare, okay, for the Pokeball card right here. Ka-ching! Okay, so we're done with the crafting. So now, for you to equip your Flairs itself, you have to go into your decks. Take, for example, I'll use my Charizard EX deck, I guess. So over here, you can edit the deck, and then you can choose the flares for the card. So unfortunately, each flare can only be used once per card. So for example, if I use the small star flare for this one, I can't use the small star flare for the other card. So I actually have to use another flare. So for this one, let's put back the professor, right? So right here, I have to choose another one. So we have to go with the sparkle one for this because the star flare has been used for the other professor. And then for the Pokeball, same thing, right? If I use one Pokeball flare for this one, and then for the other one, I actually have to use wait, hold on. I actually press out my Pokeball. I'll use another effect. So for this one, I think I'll use with the triangle. Okay. And with that, wait, I actually removed one card accidentally. Oops. I think I removed my potion. Okay, so let's craft. Oh no, hand scoop. Okay, so let's save. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We just do one battle to just showcase the effect of the flare itself, and then I'm gonna call the end of this video. Opponent found. Let's go, let's go. So the thing about flare, I'll say, is more for the aesthetic purpose, but I think if you're playing this game in a more casual manner, or if you're somebody who's more of a collector, this is probably something that you want to chase after, because some cards, right, they have insanely nice flares. I remember Marcham EX has some of the nicest fighting type flares, and I think all the really rare cards has insanely good flares like Charizard EX, which I showcased just now. Okay, so nice, we have a good start. So we also have Professor in our hand to showcase the flare. Really nice stuff. So we start first. Okay, 3 cards in the opponent's hand. Okay, we can use red card first. Okay, we have Charmander, Charmeleon. Okay, let's use 1 red card to just flush the hand, cause no point keeping 2 in hand. Okay, Charmander goes in. Okay, and then we are done. Okay. Wash out the hands. Although 3 for 3 is not a good trade for me because I'm using 1 card, but it's fine. Guy's playing Dragonite deck, so I just gotta be a little bit faster compared to him. So he doesn't have the flare there, as you guys can see. So the flare only comes up when you play the card. So for the EXs, because you are using the active Pokemon on the battlefield, when you play them into the bench zone as well as the active zone, they will also have the flare itself. So right here, as you guys can see, my Pokeball has this flare, so let's play it. New special effect, ping. So this flare will also be shown to the opponent, so it's like a flex flare as well. Okay, so we're gonna do this. So the opponent is trying to empty his hand, so my red card is pretty much useless. So at the very least, I sort of shuffled his hand at the start. So let's go with Inferno Drive on this one. Give me more hits, please. Oh no. Okay, so flare does actually give you more luck, it seems. Okay, Dragonite, Dragonair. He has, let me just check. Okay, use 1 draw and 1 Pokeball. So his filter is pretty much done. So no more card in his hand. Okay, so I think he's maybe stuck. Yeah, he might be stuck with... Okay, we can go with Moltres EX3 energy. And then we go hit blast him. Because I don't think we will actually melt that fast. Just gonna like charge up while charging up the attack for Moltres EX. Okay, 3 hits please. Nice. Okay, 2 hits is better than none. Let's go. Charge up my Charizard EX. I kind of don't want to waste the fire energy on my Moltres EX. Okay, not a good sign. Gas leak on Moltres. It's fine because eventually I'll still need 2 fire energy to retreat. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna, since he already evolved into Weezing, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Inferno Dance 1 more time and then just send in Charizard to just burn his whole team down with 200 damage. Okay, bam. Hit, please. Okay, nice 2 hits. So we have enough energy to spam our Crimson Storm. So the Weezing is there to storm me out. I think it's fine if I keep my Moltres to the bench. Yeah, he's not wasting any energy on the Weezing. So we are just taking 10 damage. Okay. Great. Okay, XP is good. So we can actually save our fire energy for Charizard charging. So we're going to go with Retreat. Go Charizard. Okay, so Charizard's gonna take over. So can you imagine if my Charizard EX actually has like some flair? He'll have this grand entrance. Okay, Crimson Storm 200 damage. Pum! Okay. Okay, we can spam Crimson Storm the next few units because we have so much fire energy stocked up. Really, really good stuff. Dragonair. Okay, the Dragonair is coming, but I don't think he's gonna threaten my Charizard anytime soon. So let's go with even more Crimson Flare. Crimson Storm. Bam! Okay, so we still have 4 energy for the third spam. Let's see. I don't think the Charizard is gonna die from unless I get really, really unlucky on the Dragonite. Yeah, I think he has a Dragonite in hand. He probably bricked up on a Dragonite. Okay, Dragonite. So here it is. Can we survive this? One of our Pokemon choose it 4 times, do 50 damage. So if all 4 hits, it's 160, so it's fine. Okay, Moltres die, it's fine. Okay, 2 hits. Final attack. Okay. Okay, considered. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Just a simple showcase of the flares as well as the Flair Crafting itself. Hopefully it's helpful for all of you guys. And do remember to like and subscribe to see more Pokemon TCG Pocket video from this channel. And I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys!